Will XDefiant dethrone Call of Duty? It's COD washed. Whatever it is, these two games are always being put up against each other. Now, always keep in mind, these aren't the same games, but this is the video where I compare the two, and I'm going to do it a little more fairly. Now, what do I mean? Just stick around for the video and you'll find out. So, without further ado, I'm Kid Covert, you are the viewer, and I think you already knew that. So let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so this is what I mean by it's going to be a little more of a fair video. XDefiant had the luxury of watching COD and its community go back and forth, and its community going back and forth with what the community doesn't like, what COD is doing wrong, XYZ, this and the third. Now the script has flipped with the problems, the criticism of Modern Warfare 2, and the praise that we all had for XDefiant, and still have. Don't get me wrong, I'm still excited for this game. It's just the delays. We don't know when it's coming, but I can't wait for the day that it's here. So with Modern Warfare 2, I'm sure you guys can guess, part of the COD community, it was not a fan favorite. It was in the beginning. We all had hopes for it. Modern Warfare 2, Ghost is back. Ghost is back. This new perk system, the new gunsmith, the new way to level up your weapons and get your attachments. All those things we were all excited for. Didn't really work out in practice. The movement was kind of trash. A lot of people said adapt. I couldn't adapt. I'm trash. Skill issue. Whatever you want to call it. I did not enjoy Modern Warfare 2. XDefiant came around. Fluid movement. Fluid gunplay. It had its server issues. It was a beta. We have to understand that. I understand that. I hope you understand that as well. And we all praised XDefiant for it. We all thank XDefiant for having this arcade style shooter that's so much fun. But unfortunately, timing for its release, because Call of Duty is such a titan of industry, such a giant, and from its latest beta and how the players have given their feedback to it, XDefiant was delayed. Now, Modern Warfare 3 is on its way. It's coming out this Friday, November 10th. I couldn't be more excited. And they fixed what Infinity Ward broke in Modern Warfare 2 2022. I'm sure they saw the success and the praise of XDefiant from its betas, and that motivated the changes. So because the game isn't out yet, we can go beta for beta, and that's what we're gonna do. The XDefiant beta versus the Modern Warfare 3 beta. This is a fully opinionated video. So guys, XDefiant, it is a different game. It's very objective based. Honestly, if you want a very bare bones, badly run down version of what XDefiant is, it's Overwatch mixed with Call of Duty. It plays like Call of Duty, but it's all objective based. You move a payload, play domination, secure areas, whatever you want to call it. That's what XDefiant is. You have your agents with different abilities, and it was a fun game. Definitely more of a team game than Call of Duty. Now, that's all up to you if that's something that you're looking for. XDefiant does not have kill streaks, but it does have a really good fun factor. It's really satisfying to get your eliminations, to run around the map, play different styles, try these different weapons. The progression from what we had in the beta was very linear, very reminiscent of old Call of Duty. It had a gunsmith system as well, of its positives and negatives of putting on these attachments, but the movement was something that we've been asking for. The arcade style shooter is something that we've been asking for, and it's really reminiscent of Black Ops 2. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't mean that just because I want it to be that, if that makes any sense. The game was genuinely fun. I found myself wanting to play this game consistently, constantly. I had a good time, winning, losing. There's no SBMM, and that's like a major thing, because you could definitely tell that that's what hurts Call of Duty a lot more than anything else. Does it play like Call of Duty? No, but it's definitely a substitute for Call of Duty. The way it all works together with these different agents, these objective-based game modes, the creative class system, the progression system, all these things that are in XDefiant are a lot of these things that we love from Call of Duty mostly, but also other games. The customization, we haven't seen much because it is in a beta stage, but one thing I will say that it did better than Call of Duty was I felt like it was a lot less frustrating, and it gave a really nice balance of competitiveness and casualness. Now we're going to move over to Call of Duty, specifically Modern Warfare 3. And Modern Warfare 3 definitely has its winning points over Call of Duty. Now for one, it's a Call of Duty game. The game is freaking smooth. Now when it doesn't have packet burst issues that also XDefiant had, we're not going to skip over that part. Without its packet burst issues, Call of Duty is a really smooth game, and it does that, and it did that better than XDefiant. Call of Duty has its creative class system with perks instead of abilities as XDefiant. Now this is just staples of Call of Duty. It also had its kill streaks, staples of Call of Duty, but specifically these two games are going head to head to each other, and they actually have pretty similar moves. The bunny hopping works the same way, where you lose momentum, you can slide cancel, you can reload cancel. All these things are apparent in both games. Honestly, honestly, it kind of makes it hard to pick a side now. It kind of makes it hard to say which one is going to be better. Does one have to be better than the other? No, because the games are different games. They're offering two different vibes, two different experiences. But in terms of Call of Duty, it's showing to have a better chance against XDefiant in terms of Modern Warfare 3 than Modern Warfare 2 did. Now, the video is XDefiant versus Call of Duty, but it's really hard to do that now because these games are seeming so similar. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a full breakdown. I'm not going through everything of Call of Duty. I'm not going through everything of XDefiant, because if you really want to do that, then you see that these are very two different games. But if you're pitting them against each other on which FPS should get more of your time, because I definitely am a firm believer of playing both and enjoying both, right? Call of Duty is a $70 game, whereas XDefiant is a free game. But if you're going to play both, if you're going to have both installed, if you are going to buy Call of Duty, you could definitely enjoy both of these games. What I enjoy about these games being so similar is it provides competition. And I will also die on the hill that Modern Warfare 3 saw the success of XDefiant, the way the movement is, and changed the trajectory of Modern Warfare 3. So now, with the games being so similar, because movement in XDefiant was a major thing, what's going to be the main divide of these games? Now, honestly, and I don't like having this conversation, but one major thing is going to be SBMM. If Modern Warfare 3 doesn't tone that SBMM down, I know for a fact we will see a lot of players going to XDefiant for a more casual experience. Again, they are objective based. You are going to get that competitiveness within it and have this nice mix. Now, that's something that Call of Duty used to have, and if they could bring that back, then this whole XDefiant versus Call of Duty thing is going to get even more interesting than it already is, because these games, again, are so similar. It honestly just comes down to these little nitpicks on which game is going to be more for you. Are you more into having your perks and being your own soldier and doing these things? Are you into having perks and kill streaks and different type of equipment? Or are you going to be into having these gadgets and equipment and working more as a team? Because XDefiant is a team-based game. I know in Call of Duty there are times you could solo it and you could carry a whole lobby. I feel like that's really hard to do in XDefiant. But beta versus beta, the question becomes, what was more of a fun time? You guys are gonna hate me for this one. Don't get mad at me. Don't click off this video. I beg of you. But I don't know. I had a great time with both. I had an absolute blast playing both. So when this video idea came to my head and I was like, how can I go about explaining how I feel about these games? I don't know. I still don't know as I'm talking about it. These games are gonna be so competitive with each other. It's gonna be such a fun time to experience when XDefiant does release, and having both these games in your arsenal to go back and forth, play which one you're feeling more, it's gonna be a great time. These games coexisting is gonna be what's best for games. In terms of Call of Duty versus XDefiant, right now, as it stands, me personally, it's a tie. The games are different. It depends on what you're feeling more at the time. Do you want to be more objective based and really have a team based game and have gadgets and really worry about kill streaks, or do you want like balls to the wall combat with 100 million explosions, running and gunning? I mean you could run and gun in XDefiant too, but I definitely feel like Call of Duty is more action packed, and if that's what you're looking for at the time, then that's what you're gonna want to play. At the end of the day, I feel like the conversation shouldn't be XDefiant versus Call of Duty. It's gonna turn to XDefiant and Call of Duty. These two games are gonna rule the FPS genre. I'm telling you, I could stand on that, because they are similar enough, but they are different enough to provide you with two different experiences and ones that the players are gonna enjoy. Now, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that it is XDefiant versus Call of Duty, that one is gonna outshine the other, one is gonna be dead in the water once XDefiant releases? We will see. But let me know in the comments. If you guys did enjoy the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.